guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about myself. A few of you have actually asked for me to make a video that's a little bit more personal and just kind of talk about me and where I grew up and what I do and that kind of stuff, so here we are. I'm sorry if this is boring, but you asked for it, so it's your fault. So basics, I guess I am Australian. Most of you do know that. I was born in the Australian Capital Territory, but we moved to Tasmania when I was 2, and I've lived there most of my life. I'm actually living on the mainland again at the moment to study. I am studying acting. That's basically what I want to get into, so seeing how that goes. So far the course is really fun, so that's great. I've got about 2 months left before I graduate, so that's really fun. I grew up on a farm, which was really cool. We had 90 acres of land. We had chickens, turkeys, guinea fowl, cows, goats, and I feel like I'm missing something, but they were the main sort of livestock that we had. We had a couple of dogs, we had a cat, we had 5 birds at one point, and bunnies as well. We pretty much always had at least one bunny. And I loved them all so much. I'm a huge animal lover, which is part of the reason I love the furry community, is because I get to express my love for animals and create costumes of them, and it's so much fun. I have answered this in a bunch of my Q&As before, but I got into the furry fandom in 2017, I think it was, late 2017. My partner at the time introduced me to it. They were already a furry and had been for years, so I was like, hey, I'll check this out. And so I kind of got into it. I got to know the local furries and I got into fursuit making, which was really exciting. Aside from fursuit making, I have a shit ton of hobbies. I am a very creative person and I don't like to do nothing, so I am also an actor. Well, training to be anyway. I've made my own short film, I've done a couple of stage plays, I studied acting through high school. I am also a mermaid, pick here for context. I also do needle felting. I will probably be doing some furry needle felting soon, so keep an eye out for that on my Instagram. At the moment I just make silly little things like Pokeballs and cat toys, but they're really fun. I also, aside from making furry costumes, I also like to make cosplays and original designs. I haven't made a whole lot of my original designs before. Here's a couple of concept arts, and here's one that I did actually make. But I have so much fun making costumes, whether they're for characters or for designs that I've made up. That's part of the reason I love making my own furry designs, is because it's that sort of original kind of creativity that I get to explore, which is really cool. I have one sibling. I have a sister. She is 5 years older than me, so she is 25. I'm turning 20 this year. I guess I should have mentioned that earlier. My sister is basically my best friend. I love her to bits. We get along really well. We didn't always when we were younger, but that was mostly just because, like, you know, siblings. But she doesn't live at home anymore, so we get along a lot better now that we are sort of not quite as crammed together. The house I grew up in on the farm was really cool. It was this huge old kind of farmhouse, and my parents bought it for very cheap, but it had 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, 2 living rooms, giant hallways, like 2 huge fireplaces. It was the coolest house. I loved it so much. But we moved to the city when I was 15, and it was a big change. We went from this giant 5-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, to a 3-bedroom with 1 bathroom, and it's very small. I still live there with my parents when I'm not on the mainland studying, and it's not what I'm used to. I do manage, but it means that I have my entire creative studio also in my bedroom. So my parents have their bedroom, and then we have a spare bed that's also my mum's study and sort of for when people come to visit. So it's a lot more cramped than I grew up with. So I'm excited to be able to get my own place and be able to expand a little bit more, and maybe even have like a studio dedicated to fursuit making or costume making or whatever the hell I want to do. But it's not the worst place in the world, and it's super efficient because it's like walking distance to the city and to my work. So that's pretty good, I guess. I am a big fan of Marvel comics and movies and stuff, as per the shirt says today. I don't mind DC, they're a little bit dark for me, but I really like Shazam, so that kind of brought my whole opinion of them up a little bit more. I do love to read. I haven't read for a while because I've been very busy with other things, but I'm trying to get back into reading. I love reading sort of like fantasy, young adult kind of crap. One of my favorite series is The White Rabbit Chronicles by Gina Showalter, if anyone's read that. It's amazing. Such a good series. I would recommend. It's a bit dark, but it's very good. So that's a cool book series. I'm not really sure what else to add. If you have any questions about me, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer as long as they're not like super crazy personal, like where do you live? Exactly, give me your street address, because obviously I'm not going to do that. But yeah, if I've missed anything or if you're curious about any of my hobbies or anything, feel free to ask. I could talk forever about my stupid hobbies, so that's always fun. I guess that's pretty much it for today. I don't want to ramble on forever. You're probably already bored if anybody even watched this at all. But yeah, like I said, feel free to ask in the comments if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.